My father's older than you, and he tells me stories about, how he grew up and he worked on a plantation. And he did say, he got along with,
I don't care
a lot of
nobody.
white
I
neighbors
was
and stuff.
there.
He was there before
And
you.
black
He's
people
older than
and
you.
white people got along
He's older than
way
you.
better than they do today.
What?
Because the white people are sick of the black people. Everybody's
You said
sick of
sick and
the
dogs
black.
on him? What'd you say?
I said that white people and black people got
water
along
hoses?
way better than they are today.
You said the water hoses?
I said that white people are sick of the blacks complaining.
You said the lynchings?
So what though?
The lynchings?
Did you know that there were, I think, something like 4,000 blacks who owned slaves?
4,000 blacks who own slaves?
In Kentucky or
No.
one of those areas.
What
You didn't
source
know
is that? No, what's your source?
One of my hosts talked about it the other day
Who?
on the show. But you didn't know that.
No,
huh?
what's the source?
All your little black supremacy book. You didn't look that up.
No. What source is that?
Let's do this. We'll get
That's
it
a
for you
lie.
and put it up there.
You ever heard of the book by James Lowe, The Lies My History Teacher Told Me? That would be in it. That's a lie.
Why don't black people just kind of move on with their lives and stop this mess that they're into? If they're superior, why don't they somehow or another let their little superior stuff kick in and stop blaming and living in the past, which had nothing to do with them, by the way. Living in
Nothing
the
to do with whom?
past
Nothing to do with
and
whom?
blaming the whites and other. At what point will they say, you know what, we had enough complaining and being victims and talking about this mess. Let's show everybody what we can do. Why don't they forget about the past and live in the present?
Well, the past affects the present.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Not if you don't live in it.
It's no way to get around it. It does.
Yes, there's a way to get
The
around
past
it.
is still in the present.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Only in your mind,
no,
only.
Nope. In
Yeah.
2015, in Miami, Florida, they were shooting at, in a police department, they were shooting at black civilians' pictures, mugshots, at a police department.
When was this?
In 2015, in Miami, Florida. 2015.
What year is it now?
That's 8 years ago.
What year is it right now?
2023.
But what's the purpose of living in the past?
So yesterday is the past.
What's the purpose of living in yesterday?
You have to know your history in order for history not to repeat itself and to improve yourself.
That's not true.
That is true.
Knowing your history is what makes things worse. So if
No, it
black
doesn't.
people know their history, they've been talking about this mess for years, right? Knowing their history, why are they still repeating the same thing over and over again?
They don't know their history. If you know the history that's in this book, they know the history that they want to teach. When we talk about systemic racism, do you know that in 2015?
You believe that racism exists?
Yes.
And what is racism?
I'll tell you. So racism is the unfair treatment of one group of people based on their race, or the belief that one group of people is inferior solely based off their race. So
you are racist for believing that black people are superior to others?
For saying that we have superior resilience.
Are you a racist for believing that black people are superior to all other races, you said?
No, I'm not racist.
But you just said that was racism.
No, I said solely based on race. Mine is not solely based on race.
So you believe...
Mine are based off black accomplishments and black oppression.
So racism is a belief that one race is superior to another, right?
Solely based on race.
But racism is, according to you, a belief that one race is better than the other.
Solely based on race, correct.
And so if white people think they're better because they do better than black people, they see that they're smarter, they're more innovative.
They're not smarter. They're not more innovative.
They're more or less to blame others and carry on.
No, they're not.
Does that make them superior to the blacks?
Nothing you said was true.
Does that make them superior,
no,
racist
it doesn't.
to the black because they do more?
They don't do more.
They do more.
What do you mean they do more?
They're keeping the country going while black people are chasing them, trying to get it and destroying it.
Destroying what?
Everything they touch.
I'm black. I don't destroy everything I touch.
You may be one black that don't, but most blacks do.
No, most blacks do what?
Destroy.
Prove that.
Who killed other blacks the most?
Blacks. And who kills other whites the most?
Who turned nice
No.
neighborhoods? Who turned nice neighborhoods? I'm giving you the proof.
But who kills other whites the
nice
most?
Neighborhoods
But that's
into
intellectually
hoods?
dishonest. That's
Who
intellectually
turned
dishonest.
nice neighborhoods into hoods?
Bad people.
Who? Now you change it.
No.
Who turned nice neighborhoods into hoods?
Hood people.
Who are those hood people?
Hoodlums.
I'm giving you a hint.
It's a skin color, but what's the hint there? Who? Which people are those? You ever read the book by?
Are you a Democrat?
You ever read the book
you a
by Thomas
Democrat?
Sowell? It's Black Rednecks, White Liberals. You ever read that book?
No.